gonna be my list of my maybes and my least anticipated movies of the year of 2021, which will hopefully be a better year than this, and will hopefully get all of us back on our feet, and theaters will slowly but surely start to reopen after another lockdown because of this whole stupid pandemic. But this is going to be my list of my least anticipated / maybes of 2021. So the way I did this is that my numbers 8 through 14 are movies that I might be in, maybes. These are the maybes. Then my numbers 1 through 3 and numbers 3 through 7, these are movies I don't look forward to in 2021. And my number 2, this is a mix of I don't look forward to it, but at the same time, this is a maybe. So with that being said, we have 14 movies here. This was a pretty easy list for me to do, and I want to do this before I do my most anticipated. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to know when newest videos are posted and sent to premiere, as well as post in my community tab. Otherwise, you might not get notifications to any videos, live streams, and community posts. So with that being said, we're going to start off with the maybe section first. So here we go. So in the 14th place is Disney Pixar's Luca. Now, I am a fan of Disney Pixar movies with the exception of the Cars movies. I like almost all of them. Now, this is, the only thing I know about this is that this is directed by a director I'm not familiar with. I don't know the cast involved, but this is going to be set in a beautiful seaside town of the Italian River, and it's about a young boy experiencing an unforgettable summer filled with gelato, pasta, and endless scooter rides. So this sounds like a good idea. So it's Disney Pixar. I'm hoping this is good and not another one of those Cars movies, but after the Cars movies, you gotta know where to go, Bob. I really loved Onward this year. I think it was one of the more underrated movies. So it comes out next month. I'm hoping it's good. So with that being said, this movie, I've only seen a photo of what the movie will be. I actually interested to see a trailer and see what the cast is going to be. So number 14 is Luca, Cinderella. Now this is once again another modern reimagining of the classic Cinderella story, and this can go either way here. This is going to be directed by Kate Cannon, and this is written, of course, by James Corden and Kate Cannon. And this can go either way. You do have Camila Cabello, who I love from Fifth Harmony. She's a great singer, and I'm hoping she does impress for her first film, and she's also going to be writing some of the original songs. But what kind of questions me here is the fact that we've done the Cinderella story multiple times before, and I was hoping going into this they would kind of step it up and do something more inventive with the Cinderella story, which there's so much you can do with the Cinderella story now in 2021. So I'm hoping that this will be good, but I'll wait to see a trailer and see how this is going to go. But Camila Cabello as Cinderella, I hope she's good. That's why this is going to be number 13. This is a movie that I am struggling to back and forth with. Do I want to see it? Do I not? And this movie is obviously Clifford the Big Red Dog. Now, this is going to be, of course, a live action animated hybrid, but I don't know what to feel about this because I grew up watching the Clifford Big Red Dog cartoon on PBS Kids every day. I used to play an interactive game in elementary school that helps you learn, but I'm not sure what to think about this because on one end this could be good, but at the same time, because of the leaked image of Clifford the Big Red Dog, which I'm sorry, that is not Clifford the Big Red Dog there. I'm not sure how this will sit well for me. I'm I will wait until there's another trailer, but Clifford the Big Red Dog, until we get more out of this next year, I'm not sure where this will land for me. Sing 2, which this is going to be the sequel to Sing. We don't know what the plot is going to be, but I liked the first Sing movie from 2016. It was a little bit too long. I do wish it was trimmed down a little bit, and all they did was cover classic songs. But I did like the animals. I did like the voice performances of Matthew McConaughey and Taron Egerton and Scarlett Johansson and Reese Witherspoon and Seth MacFarlane and John C. Reilly. Not a biggest fanatic of Illumination. There are some movies. I haven't seen all their movies. I do like Despicable Me. I do like Secret Life of Pets movies, but Dolores was okay. But I've seen almost all the Illumination movies, so until I get more away from this, I'm gonna put it right here. But it does kind of have my interest a little bit since I like the first one. Bios. Now, the only thing I know about this is that this is set on a post-apocalyptic Earth, and you have this robot who is built to protect the life of his dying creator's beloved dog. So all I knew about this is this stars Tom Hanks, Samuel Riley, Kate Laundrie Jones, Laura Harrier, Skeet Ulrich. The director I'm not familiar with, but this is going to be produced by Robert Zemeckis, so I'm kind of interested. So yeah, we'll see how this is going to go. Disney's Jungle Cruise. This is based on another theme park ride, and usually movies that are based on a theme park ride from Disney is not going to do all that well. This is directed by John Collet-Serra. This stars Emily Blunt and The Rock, which I do like those two as an actor. I did see the trailer, but considering the fact that this movie has been pushed back so many times from its release date to release date to release date, this might end up being another case of the Artemis Fowl situation. But I'm going to try and be open-minded about this one, because this does have the potential of being at least an entertaining movie. And I will say that it might be entertaining. So until then, Jungle Cruise. Unfortunately, Chaos Walking. This is of course directed by Doug Liman. He directed The Bourne Identity, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. He's directed Edge of Tomorrow, which was a good one. Jumper, which I didn't mind. American Made. And stars, of course, Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley, Mads Mikkelsen. Now, I like this cast for the most part. I like the cast for the most part. There are some unknowns, especially the two main leads. Yes, I know their nationality, okay? But I'm gonna say this before, I will say this again until people learn this all around the world. An actor's nationality does not have a damn thing to do with a movie, whether you're anticipated or not. What bothers me here is that I don't mind the idea. This is based on a series of young adult novels which I haven't read. And honestly, I'm just gonna say it. I don't really look forward to this movie. I wouldn't be surprised if the trailer comes out and it looks bad, but this is Lionsgate. I don't mind most of Lionsgate's movies, but sometimes they do put out some bad movies. But I'm hoping I'm proven wrong, but at the same time, I don't expect much, especially since there are a lot better young adult novel adaptations out there that I enjoy. But I'm hoping this will be at least watchable, but that's pretty much it. Disney Corolla. This is going to be the origins of Cruella de Vil. You're doing the same crap as they did with Maleficent. I don't even like the Maleficent movie, so I like 101 Dalmatians, the original, and I do like the live action one. I mean, I don't even mind 102 Dalmatians for the most part. But this movie is pretty pointless, if you ask me. Look, I like Emma Stone, I like Craig Gillespie as a director. I do like the rest of the cast here for the most part, but this just seems like a movie that is not really warranted. And I'm sure, who knows, it could surprise me. It could be what Maleficent didn't do. But at the same time, do we really need an origin for the story for Corolla DeVille? We got what we wanted in the original film. So I don't really understand the purpose of this movie. Is Escape Room 2. I didn't hate the first Escape Room, but I didn't love the first Escape Room either. I thought the first Escape Room was it was okay. It was just a movie that had an interesting concept, and it was really entertaining for the first two halves until the last half of this movie, where you have to go into the territory of setting up a franchise. And the traps, they are reminiscent of Saw, but yeah, it was PG-13, but I am hoping that this one does go for R-rated style, but I just don't want the same exact thing as the first movie. I want them to actually have a good story here and actually do something different and actually go for R-rated. You do have some cast. You got Taylor Russell coming back, Logan Miller, you have Isabel Furman joining the cast, you have Paul Rodin, and you have the same director as the first movie coming back. So I hope this is good, but at the same time, I'm not really keen on it. Peter Rabbit 2. Now, a lot of people really liked the first Peter Rabbit. I didn't mind first Peter Rabbit. I thought it was okay, but there was the whole carrot joke that really was not needed in that movie. But Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway, I don't know why we need this. It's perfectly fine at just one movie, but I'm not sure how this is gonna go with me, because one reason James Corden is not my favorite actor in the world. He is pretty annoying, but I didn't mind him as Peter Rabbit. Also, I feel like a sequel to this is pretty unnecessary, if you ask me. Look, am I gonna give the movie a shot? Yes, but at the same time, this is a movie I really don't have a reason for it coming out or for existing. I'm not mad, but at the same time, I did see trailers and I'm like, no. Odd for me is, I cannot believe this. I cannot believe they're actually doing this. The Boss Baby 2, Family Business. Oh man, oh no. I hated the first Boss Baby so badly. And the fact that out of all the DreamWorks movies that should be getting sequels, we're not going to get a sequel to Monsters vs. Aliens. We're never going to get a sequel to Rise of the Guardians. We're never going to get a sequel to Megamind. But yet, the Boss Baby made so much money at the box office, and DreamWorks is like, yeah, let's make a sequel to this. Are you kidding me? The Boss Baby was one of the worst movies of 2017. It was one of the worst animated films and one of the worst movies of the last decade. The animation was good and the voice acting was good, but that was not enough to boost the movie up from how much stupidity it was, how unfunny it was, and this is gonna end up being more of the same shit. I'm just telling you, the Boss Baby, just no. The Boss Baby Family Business, I will watch it, but honestly, I ain't expecting much out of this. So, this is where you stand, Boss Baby. Before I get into my top 2 movies I don't look forward to, if you guys would like to send money to my channel, or you want to send fan mail, you can email me or DM me privately as well as do either one of those, and then I will get back to you for either one. Also, all of my social media links are in the description box down below. So if you want to follow all of my social media links in the description box, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Stardust, and all that such, you go right ahead and do that. Number 2, this is a mix. As I said, this one here is a movie I don't look forward to. but also at the same time in 2021, I'm kind of curious about. That movie is Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I know there's a lot of people, let me get this out of the way. I do own the first Venom from my friend Kenneth. He did send it to me because he did get the 4K edition. When I first saw that movie, the first Venom movie, I was not anticipating it at all. I was just hating on it so badly before its release that I didn't even want to give the movie a chance. And I just went in with this preconceived notion that I was going to hate the movie, and I ended up really hating it so badly that it made my worst movies of all time list, my worst movies of the decade list, and one of my least favorite superhero movies of all time. So, on multiple rewatches, especially back in September when I got the Blu-ray and DVD copy, I watched the movie, and I did a full-on review of this movie where I just completely went all over the place. So I will probably end up doing a second review and really go into my positives and negatives. But there will also be a debate review with me and Kenneth over at his channel next year before the movie comes out. But I did find a lot more good than bad in the movie. But it still has a lot of problems in it. When I first reviewed the movie, it did have the JD Get Out of My Face Club, but now since I rewatched it more and I'm able to kind of enjoy it as a guilty pleasure, aside from a lot of its issues, it still has to skip it. It's not, but Venom Let There Be Carnage, this could be interesting in the maybe. This might be good because it's Andy Serkis directing, and you do have Carnage coming into it, and he's gonna be pretty brutal for the most part. And you got Woody Harrelson, who's a great casting choice, and all the cast is returning. But does not have me all 100% excited for it is because Sony is gonna be PG-13 again. No Spider-Man connections, and you have the writer of the 50 Shades trilogy back to write this movie, and it's going to be more of, and you might end up making Carnage to a lame villain, and I don't know how to feel about it. I will give it a shot, but at the same time, I'm not really all that excited for it as I want to be. Maybe if it was R-rated and if it had connection to Spider-Man, I would be putting this on my most anticipated. But unlike the first movie, I'm going to try and go in, lower my expectations, and not have that same preconceived notion as I have. Obviously, with my number one least anticipated movie of 2021, and this should not surprise anyone when I say this number one, After We Fell. Now, this does not have a 2021 release, but as of right now, this and the fourth movie, After Ever Happy, are shooting back to back. And if you've seen my review of After, and if you especially saw my review of After We Collided, which I want to thank all you guys for watching, because it's at 400 plus views right now, you know that I hate this After franchise. I hate it so badly that I am easily offended by both After and After We Collided. Both of those movies are so bad, they get everything wrong with a romance movie. Which the only saving grace that I can kind of get through with those movies is Josephine Langford. But even with her and some of the other casts I do like, and plus some of the recasting, that is not enough to get me to stop me from putting this as my least anticipated movie 2021, because that ending of After We Collide, that was the most absurd, lamest cliffhanger. And I know I have not read the book, so don't ask me. And both of these movies, After We Collide and the first After, they are so bad for me. I don't like the writing. I don't buy the relationship with Tessa Harden. I don't like the fact that they have to glorify that it's okay to be in a toxic relationship that is mentally abusive and relies on nothing but sexual chemistry. I don't buy the romance. Harden is a complete and utter asshole character who just takes complete control of Tesla. I'm not for that. I do not like that in my romance movies. I know it's in the books. I know there are fans of the after movies, but I just want these after movies to stop after the fourth one. Just stop making these after movies. Stop making these lame, cheap 50 Shades of Grey, Twilight, One Direction fanfiction movies, romance movies where I don't even buy the romance, where both leads are so unlikable that I can't latch onto them. If you're gonna do a toxic romance, make it interesting. That's not difficult. Okay? Anna Todd, the author of the After books, that's not hard. It's not hard to make Tessa and the Heart and the toxic relationship interesting. As I said, I've gone on long enough. I really am not looking forward to After We Fail, nor after the fourth After movie. I just want this damn franchise to end. I'd rather watch. It is a sad thing, but I'm gonna say it. I'd rather watch the Twilight movies. At least those movies, they're not the greatest things of all ever, but at least those Twilight movies, as much as I don't like the second one, New Moon, is not as offensively bad as After We Collided. Wait until I do the top 10 of the worst movies of 2020 to see where that's gonna go, because I'm gonna piss off a lot of After fans. Even After fans don't like these movies. And with that being said, After We Fail is my least anticipated movie of 2021. So that was my least anticipated movies of 2021. If you guys enjoyed this list, comment down below what are some of your least anticipated movies of 2021. Do you like my list? Do you not like it? I know this is a bit early, but I need to put some content out to keep you guys watching. So I wanted to go ahead and do these year-end lists early, starting with my least anticipated and most anticipated. And then in December, I will do the big ones. The best, worst, most surprising, and most disappointing. I'm not going to do the hottest female characters until next year. I'm not going to do the underrated and overlooked. But I will mention what was underrated and was overlooked. So, with that being said, all my social media links in the description box down below. And you guys keep it cool and join the Epictasticness.